going on, everybody? It's your boy Rockman 3K3, where I got racks on racks on racks of video games. And this is my boy, the voice behind the greatness behind the voice, Mr. Show.
I'm not a boy, I'm a man. I'm one half of the Gubmint Name podcast.
It was a
and I understand, but
my man,
in this sensitive time,
right?
In this sensitive time, you know, we can't belittle ourselves.
Hear
Hear about my opinion and my mouth on Gubmint Name podcast. That's GUBMINT. Shameless plug. What's happening? What's getting into this show? Nerd Plate.
You watching the Nerd Plate? And I'm here today to talk about what all happened at Comic-Con, but more importantly, DC's kind of fucking up. Just saying.
Just what?
Oh,
look. What are you talking about?
Okay, so let's jump into it.
You putting all them sound effects in there, but
because I know he ain't gonna do it. I gotta do it myself. What are you talking about, man? No. DC doing what?
The first Flash movie, man. Why is the first Flash movie Flashpoint?
Why not?
That's like the best story.
But you don't. This is the first Flash movie. This is the first Flash movie ever.
Why not start off on a high note?
Yeah, but okay. Two things wrong.
So wait, you want another origin story?
For Flash? Yeah. Well, you know what? Yes, because it's the first movie. That's the only reason
they
why.
Can do that in Flashpoint. They're actually gonna do that in Flashpoint.
But it wouldn't make
Isn't that the most important Flash story? Period.
Yes, because it's where he's like, you know what? I miss my mom. I'm gonna travel back in time.
How did my mom die?
Right.
Oh, how did I get my powers? Oh, wait a minute. We can tackle both of those things in one movie.
But,
okay.
But the problem
Rockman hadn't seen the movie, nor has the movie been created.
Right,
but I'm gonna judge it anyway.
Oh, I'm not hating. No, I'm just saying.
What are you doing?
That's too strong of a movie to start off with.
Oh, okay.
Why not a Man in Time where like he has to go away and then come back and like
he's gonna go away and then come back? It's called the Flashpoint.
Right, that's what Flash does. Everything.
This is what the Flashpoint is.
You're losing.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
This argument.
Why? Like, because Flashpoint is like, all right, they endear him, and he's supposed to have Asperger's. Like, this is supposed to be a different.
What are you talking about?
This Flash is supposed to be. Well, no, not Asperger's. I'm sorry. He's supposed to have like autism, like a touch of autism, because they want to kind of make him like different. So this is gonna be a completely different.
So now you're complaining that he has a disease.
No,
now autism people are different. What are you talking about?
There's too many elements going on in the first movie. Like, why not start with something small? Like, okay,
they just want to make him relatable.
I mean,
and making him have autism is relatable.
Apparently.
I don't have fucking autism.
I don't even know how true this story is. I'm just going with it.
I don't either.
And the problem is too is that Flashpoint is essentially going to reset the universe.
Perfect.
Man, they just did.
You've been complaining about DC movies from the jump.
But I mean,
this is their first way of them just starting a whole new clean slate.
Man of Steel.
Great movie to me.
It is great.
To me.
Batman vs Superman.
Great movie to me.
Awful. You're the only one.
I might be the only one.
Man of Steel was good.
Yeah, Man of Steel was great. Wonder Woman was great. But we did, that's 3 movies.
Suicide
and then
Squad.
we got and Suicide Squad.
I like Suicide Squad.
That shit was dope, bro.
The
soundtrack even made it.
They're making a second one of that one, but they're restarting the universe. We've only had a few
How do you
movies.
know they're restarting the universe?
Because
wait, let me say.
Okay.
Because they've done this in the comic books. Okay, you've seen these movies. The movies are an adaptation of the comics. It's not a one-to-one, page-by-page telling of what happened. Just because they share the same topic or the same title doesn't mean that's what they're going to do in the movie.
Right, but in order for Flashpoint to work, they would have to reset it.
No.
I mean,
no, you don't have to. They can have an alternate timeline. They can have an alternate history.
And they
which they probably will borrow elements from all of this stuff.
And
but it doesn't mean it's going to reset the whole
But I mean, think about it. They can't really do that because he actually does happen to end up in Batman vs Superman saying, Bruce, you were right about us. Go find the Justice League.
And doesn't that justify him going back in time because it's the Flashpoint? Isn't that telling?
Well,
isn't that foreshadowing?
Flash is always going back in time.
Okay, so what are you mad about?
It's too strong of a movie. The first one should have been like maybe 1 or 2 of his rogue gallery, like Captain Cold, maybe Captain Boomerang.
Sure.
Come up with a plan.
And then you would have been complaining, oh, they just doing this basic storyline. They couldn't do the Flashpoint.
But okay, but that's just like...
Oh, what? This didn't pay off from what they did in Batman v Superman.
Well, because they're supposed to be in the same universe. It's got to pay off.
It's still in the same universe. What are you talking about?
slightly, but the problem is that if he goes,
he's in all of those. He's in Batman v Superman. He's in Suicide Squad.
But Flashpoint.
Flash is in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, he was in Suicide for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Whoa, which part was this?
When Captain Boomerang was robbing the bank.
Flash.
That was Flash, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even Flash, it was the blur.
Thank you.
I mean, they showed him.
It did?
Yeah, he was.
I remember the blur.
He was walking around. He talked. He had a line.
Oh, okay.
It's just one of those things.
See, I pay attention to the movies.
Oh, here we go. Well, is that why Batman vs Superman was good? Because you paid attention.
Nah, nigga,
Basically.
you can't say that
So
movie.
terrible.
I'm sorry.
Even that extended version.
It had.
You can
issues.
take it. I still got it. You need to get it.
It has issues, but overall plot was good.
My thing is, don't start with Flashpoint. Flashpoint is too strong because, all right, even when he goes back in time, Aquaman has to rage war.
That has nothing to do with the Flash.
That's Flashpoint.
Aquaman has to do what now?
Aquaman has to raise up and take over Earth because it's basically...
No, they're not doing that. They're using elements of it. And you know what adaptation means?
Yes, I know what adaptation means.
That's what they're doing.
But okay, so
like,
so you're not gonna have Aquaman rise up and take over Earth.
They're not telling the same.
You're not,
story.
wait. You're not gonna have Wonder Woman try to take over Earth. Now you don't even have a faction of superheroes to fight each other. But Thomas Wayne's gonna be in it, and so is there's another hero from Flashpoint's gonna be in it. So that's what I'm saying. So if you have Thomas Wayne. If you're following the Flashpoint story, that's the whole point of Flashpoint. There's a whole reason why he goes back and he says, "Nah, I gotta undo what I just did," and then go back and let his mom, let the whole tragedy happen. Because if he didn't go back and change that, there would be chaos. That was the whole point of Flashpoint.
All right,
just like in the Flash TV show, right?
Which they did a terrible job, right?
Right,
okay.
but
because
here's the
they
thing.
didn't copy everything from the.
Well, no, they didn't do a terrible job. My thing is that they went
just
back.
said right.
No,
I said they did a bad job.
No.
You didn't say that.
The thing is, it's different, but it's still good because it's
different, but it's still good.
I mean, because they're
Mr. Pibb, it's different, but it's still good.
Whatever. I'm just saying.
As I drop it,
I'm just saying, man. They have to do it right, or else
they don't have to do anything. They don't even have to make these movies. You should be happy that they're even greenlighting something like this.
But you can't.
But I can't wait. I can't wait.
You can't just sit up here and say "Oh man, I'm just happy to see Flash running around on the screen."
I am.
Come on, man.
I like the line when he said in the Justice League trailer. He says, "I just push people and run away. I'm not a hero." You know what I'm saying?
That's the pussiest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Funny to me.
Well, Barry Allen is one of the most important members of the Justice League and the DC universe.
That's in the comic books. This is the movie. Two completely different things. Why is this Batman from the video game completely different from the Batman from the comics and the Batman from the animated TV show?
Actually, it's not because that actually is based off the comic.
Yes, it's Batman, nigga. It's a comic book character.
No.
Everything dealing with Batman is based on the comics. Come on.
No.
Stop with this simple
Arkham
logic.
Knight is actually a comic storyline. That's why they made the video game. Because it is actually based off Arkham. They actually did a whole line of just Batman Arkham Asylum.
So was it the same thing as the
Yeah,
comic book?
it's the same.
It was the same thing? The twist
Yes,
and everything?
because
that's why nobody knew who the Arkham Knight was going to be at the end?
Right.
So if I Google Arkham Knight, it's not going to pull up the video game. It's going to pull up the comic book.
Already doing it. Dang.
Because I don't think it's going to come up.
Well, it's intertwined, because basically Arkham Knight was
so they didn't change nothing from the comic books when they made
No, because it's like Injustice, to where they made a comic book around the video game. So the video game touches on certain things.
So they made the game, then made the comic book based on the game, based on the comic book.
Yes.
And you're saying this is just like the comic book.
Yes.
Because they based it on the damn game.
Yes.
What are you talking about, man?
It's basically one of those.
They made this first, then made the comic book, and then you're saying this is just like the comic book?
They both launched at the same time, simultaneously.
While they were making the game, they
launched the comic book. They made the comic book come out the same day.
Okay, man. All right, man.
I'm just saying. They can follow a good set path to where
they were making them at the same time.
Right, but my concern is going back to Flashpoint, and while I'm using that as an example, my concern
I
is
use it as an example.
I know. Well, I took your example.
Okay, make it.
So I bogarted that. I'm just saying you can intertwine the two. It doesn't have to be a perfect adaptation, but at least needs to make sense.
Okay, Civil War.
That was a build up though. There was a good build up.
Completely different.
Completely different. absolutely.
But it was an adaptation, right?
Yes, and
and
it was
you
still
enjoyed
great.
it, right?
Yes, it had a lot of plot holes, but it was still great.
So what's your problem with the Flash?
Dude,
You don't think
I
the studio can do the same thing?
I don't.
Okay, then that's your opinion about it. You can't shit on something just because you feel like it's gonna be
But
bad.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying. I don't.
It's too strong of a story. They shouldn't do this for the first one.
Bro, I'm just saying that's like starting off like when you talk about Dick Grayson at Grayson, where he's a special agent rather than
They're not doing
Grayson
all that.
Nightwing.
They're not doing all that.
But that's what this is the equivalent. Because it's too far ahead. People are not really gonna understand.
Okay, what you're trying to say is these characters are so far advanced that nobody knows anything about them. These stories shouldn't start off with something that's this meaty in their future when we haven't had any time to develop and understand who these characters are.
Right, because you have the Flash TV show, and that's still a good.
We're not talking about the TV show.
Right,
We're
but
talking
I'm
about
just
the
saying
movies.
the movie. This is the very first Flash movie they've ever done.
Right.
Just
we
like
haven't had
Cyborg.
any time to understand who the Flash is. So
Right.
this first introduction of the movie, or this character, should be strong and telling us everything we need to know.
Right.
The Flashpoint is the perfect example of when you can get all of those elements within a 2-hour film.
I don't think so, man. I think they should have started.
Teach his own, man.
I'm still gonna go watch it because I want to see what they do. But there's just so many other storylines.
So you didn't like what they did with Wonder Woman?
I think that was great. That was
So they
phenomenal.
told her origin story.
Right, they told they combined two of her origin stories together. But yeah, they still did a great job.
So you have no confidence that they're gonna do the same thing with Flash, Aquaman?
I don't. Man. Well, Aquaman might be different. Aquaman looks like it just Flash worries me when they said we're using Flashpoint in the storyline because I was like, that's such a strong.
So when Fox said, "Hey, we're gonna do Days of Future Past,"
I hated that shit.
exactly because
Yes.
it's not the comic book.
No, it's the fact that was a terrible
That was
storyline in
just
the comic book, and they were
garbage.
using it as a movie.
Hold on now. The comic book was fine. The movie was just retarded.
The comic book was too convoluted because it was just like all this shit's happening out of nowhere all of a sudden.
It was just a time move. What you call them?
Right,
things?
but like,
Time skips or whatever.
To me, it wasn't one of the better ones. Like there were better stories they could have picked up to do a movie on. Days of Future Past was not, especially one to reboot the whole series. That was garbage.
I, for one, I guess I'm a DC apologist.
Nah,
I feel like these stories would have never been told like 20 years ago.
Ooh, I have a question
Go ahead.
Yes.
about this Flash thing.
Yes.
Are they going? What about if they start? Why are they starting with Barry when there was Jay Garrick?
Jay Garrick. That's what I'm saying. That's
my question.
The first Flash movie. Like you have to really.
But to argue,
Barry, like the most popular,
And that's what I was going to say.
Barry
That's why
is
they
the
started with Barry is pretty much their golden run. Like that's pretty much
even Future Barry when he's an
even
asshole.
Yeah. They still
But
talk about
he's
him.
not the first Flash.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
and that
why.
doesn't mean that this is the first Flash. This is just the first Flash movie, standalone movie.
But and I don't even.
But you're
have
skipping
a problem with
stuff
them. Yeah,
to me.
like
How they skipped a lot of stuff. Like Batman's 20 years deep in the game.
well, yeah, but there's been like
But it's
7 or 8 Batmans. There's been
That doesn't
8.
mean it's the same thing. Adam
There's
West
been-
Batman is completely different.
Right,
From,
but there's been. My thing is, this is the first Flash movie. There's been 8 Spider-Mans. We know the whole origin of Spider-Man.
okay,
It's okay
apparently
for
you already know Flash's origin. So why can't you
I
just
do
pick
as
up and watch the movie?
as a comic person.
to him, these movies aren't made for us.
But
Right,
they're not
it's
making the movie for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Never were, but I'm just.
So what are you complaining about?
Okay, so if we didn't know anything about Flash, and we're going in,
You would go in blind. You wouldn't know how to judge any of this.
Well-
You would just watch the movie and be happy that they made a superhero movie. Nigga got a cape on, nigga got a suit on, he fighting bad guys. Watch the movie.
Well, a cape though, it's just like a little onesie, but that's.
I said he had a suit. Watch. I was saying that as a bigger point. That's
Right.
a comic book movie. You say you're
Right.
a nerd. Watch the damn movie.
Right, but at the same point, okay, my problem is that when you watch these movies and you think, okay, that's how it actually happened. The first story is Flashpoint.
No. Get this out of your mind. This is not concrete. This is not the comic book on film.
I know.
This is an adaptation.
But
man.
you're setting up, if they're setting, because that's what they're
You
doing.
can't let go of the comics.
And that,
I can't.
That's what I keep telling you. Like, you judging the movie by what it should have been, not by what you actually got.
No, my thing is, they're trying to set up a universe, a shared universe.
Okay.
They need to set up one that makes sense.
How does it not make sense?
Where was Flash when Superman was doing all the damage?
He was in time.
Where was Batman when Superman was doing all the damage?
He was in Gotham or Metropolis.
Where is Wonder Woman? Where is all these other people?
Wonder Woman was hiding because she's seen humans destroy themselves before. And she only came out because Superman was fighting people.
So that's her just, oh, look, Superman.
She said they've explained this in the stories.
But that's not a shared universe.
How is it not a shared universe when they're all in the same shit?
One event
affected all of them, except for Flash, because we don't know what was going on.
Exactly.
I just said some shit.
Exactly.
But it's easy.
Cyborg,
you can have convenience. Cyborg might be still on that damn wall. We don't know the timeline.
He's gonna be out doing stuff in the Justice League.
He is. That's later on. That's in the future. We're talking about doing Man of Steel.
Just like, spoiler alert, Superman or Green Lantern or both are gonna show up.
But see how you don't know?
Nah, if it ain't.
Come on.
But wait. You see how you don't know? How you don't know, right?
Come on. You mean to tell me you don't think Superman's gonna be in that movie?
We know Superman's gonna be in the movie.
Right.
It's the Justice League. But see how you don't know right now? You can't judge the shit because they haven't made the movie.
I'm not judging.
They're doing reshoots right now.
I'm just saying the shared universe needs to be tighter than what it is. And you starting with Flashpoint? They
didn't start with Flashpoint. They started with
but I'm saying for Flash, for Flash, because people don't really know him for real if they don't watch the TV show. It's one of those things where, we're going to start with Flashpoint. That's like they started with X-Men.
I see what it is. You're worried that they're going to get it wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Calm down. It's just a movie. It's just a movie. If they get it wrong, they'll do it better next time.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will. They got Flashpoint. They can restart it.
But that's the problem with DC, man. Like, how many movies?
Just took you in a circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many movies? How many
you say, white, fuck you.
I rest my case.
Whatever. I don't like it. I don't think they should.
You haven't seen it. How you gonna
My question is, so we have Superman, Batman's alive, Wonder Woman's alive, Aquaman's alive, Flash is alive, Cyborg is maybe alive. Probably still on the damn wall.
He's gonna be.
What about everybody else in the Justice League?
Oh, dude, that's not coming.
Who are the founding members of the Justice League?
The problem
I thought it was only 3, and that was Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I could be wrong.
Green Lantern was there.
Yeah.
As a founding member, I don't know. It depends on which storyline you're going with.
Right.
We're going by
the original.
And then,
you know what I'm saying?
because we go about 52, it's completely different.
Well, that happened after Flashpoint.
Damn!
That happened because of Flashpoint.
It happened after.
Oh, whatever, man. Anyway, I'm just saying
semantics,
they need to just watch out. I don't.
But you can say the same thing about Marvel and all their movies. They take liberties.
Oh yeah, they take liberties.
But you ain't tripping about
the
it.
universe is because it's still tight.
They've had
everything
10 years of them building.
Exactly. So why isn't DC doing that? Because you know who's.
Well, they're trying to, but look, what you don't understand is that the studio, like DC, is not making these movies. Warner Brothers is.
Right.
So Warner Brothers has to say so in what happens.
Right, and they're more
so when they write something in there that's just like the comics, Warner Brothers is like, no, we need to put this in because we're trying to sell some merchandise.
Right, because they believe in one shot to making money. Because that's just like
doesn't every company believe in making money?
Well, right, but Ares got destroyed in Wonder Woman.
Buy our merchandise at nerdplate.com.
And then Darkseid is about to show up in Justice.
No damn merchandise.
Every business should take place and make money. I mean, I don't
you take money to make money.
You got money for all this? Somebody got some money in this. Y'all got nerd plates on the screen. Y'all got some money up in this thing.
Nigga, that's a flash drive.
we do what we can over here. But I'm saying,
maybe shit ain't as fancy as the Gubmint Name podcast. Y'all got flat screens and shit like this and a lot of deep
drop. Loud conferences.
I mean, we ain't got no pills. We got water. El Tepe.
Well, no, I'm just saying because even in Justice League, like Darkseid's gonna show up.
Okay.
We know that's who they're fighting.
Is it actually Darkseid?
We don't know. He ain't seen the movie.
See, I thought it was
like Steppenwolf is in the trailers, but this nigga saying Darkseid.
I'm telling you, it's Darkseid.
It could be Brainiac.
Nick,
you ain't seen the movie.
Everybody knows the end of Batman vs Superman, which is directly leading to Justice League. Lex Luthor's like, he's coming. You're too late. He's coming. What you mean is Darkseid?
How do you know?
Okay, all right. Darkseid's gonna be in that.
Well, why are they showing Steppenwolf?
Because they don't want to show Darkseid yet. It's gonna be him. But there's just no build up to it because I mean, who else?
How was there no build up when they talked about Darkseid is coming?
2 movies and all of a sudden Darkseid. Darkseid is the equivalent of Thanos. Okay, I'm just saying.
So, but who would win in the fight?
Thanos through Darkseid?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thanos.
Yeah, I gotta say that.
Thanos choked shit out of him.
Yeah. Because even without the Infinity, before he even gets the Infinity Stone, he was wiping out.
So what else you hating about?
That's my only.
That's your only beef.
That is my only. Just like
they showed the title,
right?
Flashpoint.
I was like, fuck. Why are you showing this shit? Okay, like I don't know, man. Like that's my only beef because the new animations look great. Like Freedom Fighters, which is set in like World War. It's basically
what the hell
War.
are you talking about?
The DC animations.
These people don't know. Explain.
Okay, Freedom Fighters, right? It's basically set in the new World War III, where basically half of the superheroes are on like the Nazi side because they won the World War, and then the other half are freedom fighters. Really great stuff. If you have not seen it, check it out. It's coming very soon. The trailer's up. Really awesome. And it's going to be set on actually the CWC. It's supposed to be on their channel first, and then it's probably going to come with DVD or Blu-ray pretty soon. So. Other than that, I mean, was there any? Because Justice League, like I said, I want Justice League.
Did you like the new trailer?
It was okay. Like I'm still not excited for it, but I want it to be good. I want to believe. We talk about X-Files. I want to believe.
Well, they did say something that you wanted to hear. They said no Lanterns, no Kryptonians. You don't remember that part in the trailer?
I saw that, but
I mean, you heard that.
Right. But I think that's still going to happen because you can't have the death of Superman. I'm just saying you can't have an incomplete arc of death of Superman. You can't just be like, oh, Superman's dead
because he doesn't die.
Right. So I know he's going to be in the
movie. No, he's died before, but that was in like the 60s.
Kryptonian sleep, dude.
No. I'm talking about he can be killed by magic.
So I just want you.
He can be killed by magic.
Kryptonian sleep.
There ain't no Kryptonian
research.
sleep.
Nigga was never died. Kryptonian sleep.
I just want you to understand that you're getting riled up about fictional characters in a comic book based on beings that fly around in costumes.
These are people that I love, and I grew up with, man.
You did.
Like, I'm just saying, grew up reading. Like, I mean, like, I want to see. I want the movies. But
did you wait?
I don't want.
This is my final question, and then I'll let this go. And I'll get back behind the camera. All right.
I miss you.
Did you like the Michael Keaton Batmans?
Love Michael Keaton Batman. And they had nothing to do with the comics.
Right.
It was just
but they were the same characters, right?
Right.
Why can't they do that again with these new characters?
See, that's what I'm wanting.
That's what they're doing. They're taking their own spin on a different universe on these same characters.
Because I mean, even like Ben Affleck, like I like him as Batman. I think they should use him more. I like Christian Bale in Dark Knight. Now he wasn't a detective; he's like this ninja Batman. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I do like the characters. That's why I want DC to do well. I want their stories.
It doesn't sound like you want them to do
well. I do. I want.
You can't do this. It's too strong of a story.
It is, though. It is. Like Flashpoint is a very near and dear like story about just Flash going back and realizing like the one thing he wants the most out of anything else.
So you remember when Marvel just kind of glanced over Extremis? And like,
yeah.
Okay, isn't that too strong of a story? But they just kept going, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I admit to that because Iron Man 3 was an okay movie, but they shouldn't have done Extremis, and they shouldn't have done.
You can't just say the guy? They shouldn't have done. They should do what they've done.
Because that's like
you can either enjoy the movie or you don't.
So go on record, Iron Man 3 was a terrible movie.
I mean, low key, the only good thing about that really was the fact that it's like
it's a Tony Stark film. There was no Iron Man.
There was no Iron Man.
A terrible movie.
He was never in the fucking suit. He was just like, oh, I can do like remote suit now. Look, remote suit.
Which one was the Iron Army in?
Was
that 3?
Yeah, it was 3.
That was the best part. That 2 minutes of fighting scenes where Gwyneth Paltrow almost died. That was the best part of the movie.
She became Extremis. Which that's like the problem is that. And I know they didn't want to do it. They should have just left him out, period. Because the problem is the story was too visceral for them to make now. But they wanted to keep that PG-13. Because if they would have done the real, like, Extremis, Mandarin.
No, they did the real Mandarin. The shit would have been 10 times better.
Yeah. And if they would have did
Mandarin
the real
used to fuck people up.
I know. They would have did the real Extremis. It wouldn't have been rated R. Because it's about basically a neo-Nazis, white fascist dude who gets the extremist powers, and pretty much.
But my final point is that even in that universe where they've established these characters, they've had background, they've had stories, they can have misfire like Iron Man 3, Thor 2.
Well, and then the fact that Tony Stark created Ultron.
Okay, Ultron. But
and
the overall story is still intact, right?
Yeah, because
we're still on the very beginning of the DC universe. So the whole you can only judge by what you've gotten. And right now you're not happy with what you've gotten. But you shouldn't judge everything that's coming down the pipe just because of a title. You haven't seen anything. You haven't.
Right.
You don't know what they're doing. They're just saying this might be the goal. They might change the movie. You never know.
Right.
You shouldn't try. I feel like you're talking
about
down.
Flashpoint though. And
if they are, then it could work in your favor because they're going to reset the whole universe. They could. I mean, I don't see how this is a bad thing. More superhero movies, keep going until nobody watches them anymore. I'm going to be there day one with my popcorn and my Mr. Pibb. You know, I'll be there. Just like we thank you guys for being there watching this episode of Nerd Play featuring Shogun. Sorry for stealing your time.
No, it's cool. You just still want.
You better not let him get the last word on our show.
No,
I jump off this camera and slap shit at you.
Oh my god, here we go.
You better shield. You better tell them where they find you at.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm just like.
You can find me at Rockman Infinite if you guys don't know already. You can also find
Shogun on the Gubmint Name podcast. It's GUBMINT, or you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. It's Real Shogun Beats. They're gonna put it somewhere on the screen. Follow us.
I have the show info.
Appreciate arguing with you, sir.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
I don't know about
Don't do fucking Flashpoint. That's all I'm saying. Do something else.
Make more movies.
Stop. Stop.
He was talking to you. Stop.
Oh, he's talking to me. My bad.
No, I was talking to DC.
Oh, I was like,
he's telling you to stop.
Oh,
like, cut.
Stop.
My bad.
Get to the chopper. The weed.
We be back.